They said Apple was running out of ideas, that the iPad Pro had already reached perfection. But once again, Apple proved the world wrong, quietly, confidently, and unmistakably, because this is the M5 iPad Pro 2025, the most powerful, most intelligent, and most forward-thinking iPad ever built. At first glance, you might think, wait, it looks the same. Same thin aluminum frame, same beautiful display, same minimalist design. But that's the genius of Apple. The real story isn't what you see. It's what's happening underneath. This isn't just another refresh. It's a bold signal of where Apple is taking its entire product line into a new era of intelligence, an era where hardware and AI merge seamlessly. Let's dive in, because the deeper you look, the more you realize this is not just an upgrade. It's a statement, a new brain, the M5 chip at. The heart of this iPad lies Apple's brand new M5 chip, built on TSMC's cutting-edge third-generation 3-nanometer architecture. That means smaller transistors, faster speed, and drastically better power efficiency. We're talking 12% faster CPU, up to 36% faster GPU, and a re-engineered neural engine, with over 40 trillion operations per second dedicated purely to on-device AI tasks. Think about that. Your iPad can now handle real-time photo enhancement, natural language Siri responses, and on-the-fly language translation, all without sending your data to the cloud. That's not just faster, it's smarter and more private. Apple calls this evolution Apple Intelligence, and the M5 is the foundation that makes it all possible. You'll start noticing it across iPad OS 19, smarter text prediction, context-aware writing tools, automatic note summaries, and even voice commands that actually understand meaning. Not just words, it's not just an iPad, it's a thinking companion. Performance that feels effortless performance. Numbers are great on paper, but what's truly shocking is how effortless this iPad feels in daily use. Multitasking on iPad OS finally feels like a Mac-level experience. You can now run Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve, Procreate, and Lightroom simultaneously without reloads or lag. And for the first time ever, every base model ships with 12 GB of unified memory. That might sound small, but it's a game changer for professionals. Animations are smoothed app. Switching feels instant. Even 3D rendering in Blender or multi-layer. Video editing runs like a dream. Apple's memory architecture dynamically reallocates RAM on the fly, meaning heavy apps borrow from idle ones in real time. It's the kind of optimization only Apple can pull off because it controls every layer, and from silicon to software. That's the quiet genius of the M5. The hardware that thinks ahead, but Apple didn't stop at performance. They've built this iPad to be ready for what's next. The new N1 connectivity chip, borrowed from the iPhone 17 Pro, brings Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and even Thread support, preparing it for smarter homes, faster connections, and lower latency gaming. On cellular models, you get the C1X modem, delivering up to 50% faster data speeds and ultra-low latency for FaceTime, streaming, or remote editing. Storage also got a big upgrade, with double the read-write speeds compared to the M4 files open instantly. Large photo libraries sync in seconds, and battery life? Still the same all-day endurance, but now with 50% charge in 30 minutes, thanks to new high-wattage USB-C fast charging. This thing is ready for real work and long creative sessions. The display that redefines perfection now. Let's talk about the one part that still makes every other tablet feel obsolete, the Ultra Retina XDR Tandem OLED. Display, it's simply breathtaking. The same dual-layer OLED that shocked reviewers last year is now even better tuned, delivering richer blacks, brighter whites, and insane HDR accuracy. It hits 1600 nits peak brightness, supports true 10-bit color, and offers 120 Hz ProMotion across both the internal screen and external displays. That's right. Plug it into a Studio Display or Pro Display XDR, and you'll see perfect HDR tone mapping and ultra-smooth motion sync. No other tablet, not Samsung, not Microsoft, comes close to this level of visual fidelity. Apple isn't just selling a screen. They're selling a window into pure color science. Designed for creators, if you're a creative, this iPad is practically calling your name. The Apple Pencil Pro remains the best stylus ever made, with new haptic feedback, barrel roll detection, and hover precision that feels natural and immersive. Sketching feels alive. Shading is intuitive. Every brushstroke responds instantly thanks to that M5 GPU. The Magic Keyboard now comes in an aluminum finish, sturdier, smoother, and with a larger trackpad that feels like a MacBook Air. Together, they transform the iPad Pro into a hybrid workstation that can replace your laptop. And for many creators, it absolutely will. The ecosystem connection, here's where Apple's strategy becomes crystal clear. The M5 iPad Pro, the MacBook Air M5, and the iPhone 17 Pro, they're all built on one vision: seamless Apple Intelligence integration. It's not just about sharing files anymore. Your iPad will soon understand your workflow. Start writing on your Mac, continue sketching on your iPad, and let Siri summarize it on your iPhone, all powered by the same neural architecture. That's the beauty of vertical integration. Apple isn't just making devices, it's building an ecosystem that learns you. The design that doesn't need to change now about the design, yes, it's almost identical to the M4. The same stunning 5.1mm thin chassis, the same perfect bezels, the same flawless symmetry. Apple even removed the iPad Pro text from the back because at this point it doesn't need to say it. You already know what it is, and honestly, that restraint says everything. Apple isn't chasing trends or gimmicks. They're refining perfection, piece by piece, detail by detail. Price and value. The smart strategy, the M5 iPad Pro starts at $999 for the 11-inch and $1,299 for the 13-inch. Same price, but a completely new experience. However, this also makes the M4 iPad Pro the hidden gem of 2025. With retailers dropping prices, the M4 now delivers 90% of the same experience for hundreds less. That's Apple's new game, longevity over forced obsolescence. They're making sure even last year's iPads still feel premium and fast. It's a strategy that builds trust, not pressure. The bigger picture, Apple's AI future. So what's next? Rumors already suggest the M6 iPad Pro is in testing, featuring dual USB-C ports, upgraded MagSafe, and maybe even a foldable OLED prototype. But that's tomorrow's story. Today, the M5 iPad Pro is laying the foundation. For Apple Intelligence, for AI-powered apps, and for the kind of performance we've never seen in a portable device, we're moving toward a world where your iPad doesn't just respond, it anticipates. It edits with you. It designs with you. It learns your habits and helps you create faster than ever before. That's not science fiction anymore. It's Apple's 25 roadmap, should you upgrade. If you already own the M4 iPad Pro, no, you don't need to rush. It's still amazing. But if you're coming from M2, M1, or any older model, the M5 is a monumental leap forward. You're getting the OLED display, faster chips, smarter software, better memory, and future-proof hardware. Everything Apple's next decade of AI will rely on. The M5 iPad Pro is Apple's quiet revolution, a symbol of precision, performance, and purpose. It's not just about specs. It's about potential, because in 2025, the most exciting part of Apple's products isn't what they can do. It's what they're about to become.